Mute. So press unmute. Can you hear me now, E? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was just sharing that it is an honor to be here with you guys on tonight. Thank you so very much for joining. Lillian will be joining us shortly. What an awesome woman of God she is. Hailing from Indiana, an Awesome God Radio partner and family member in the Awesome God Radio family. I'm so excited to have her with us on tonight. How's my sound? I'm hoping that everything is okay. Yeah, I'm hoping everything is okay. So today is August 9th, Monday, August 9th, and yesterday was August 8th. We celebrated my niece Kennedy's birthday on yesterday, which was so much fun. We went to this water park that we had never went to called watering hole or something like that, but it was tons of fun. And we have to go back. If you guys haven't been, look it up, Google it. It is in Fairfax, Virginia. It was tons of fun. I do recommend it for anybody who likes water and wants to play in the water. You want to go, I don't know, you and your boo, you and your family, you and whoever, go, because you will have fun. If you like getting wet. Now, if you don't like getting wet, if you like just sitting in the sun and chilling in the sun, you can do that too. Let's see. Today started the Maryland tax. I'm here in Baltimore, Maryland, and it is different for every state. But tax-free Maryland started on today until the 9th of this month. So a week. Yeah. So today till I think the 9th. I'm sorry, the 9th to the 14th. The 9th to the 14th. It started Maryland tax-free day, and some items are not included in that. You will have to look that up and find out, because I did not write it all down specifically. Is it still no, let me see. I'm waiting to hear, or I'm waiting to see. Hopefully there is sound now and it's all good. But y'all know me, I just keep on going, rolling with the punches, cleaning it up as we go. I have learned to put out fires along the way in more ways than one, and in more environments and atmosphere than this one. So it's all good. We're gonna roll with the punches and do what we gotta do. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna roll with the punches and just do what we gotta do. What else? This month is just an active month for us. This week is hot, so you guys stay hydrated. I would stay in the house if I didn't have to go out. It was really hot today. When I was out a little bit earlier, I was like, what did I do? This kind of weather would have been so nice at the water park. It's like, that kind of hot where you don't mind. I wouldn't mind if somebody came up and just splashed me with some water. Yay, I welcome it. That's the kind of hot that it is right now. That's here in Baltimore, and I've heard it is okay. I've heard that it is like that in other places as well. So if you're going out, though, I don't know, wear sunglasses, do all that you can to, minimize your heat level. Yeah. Do all that you can to minimize, heat distress, because that is a thing. Heat stroke, heat stress, especially when you're not hydrated enough, you will faint. You will faint and get dizzy and all of those things. So do what you can to keep those distresses away from you. I'm praying, Lord, I'm hoping that the sound is okay and that you can hear me. But all is well over here. How are you guys doing? I love to hear from you. Comment in the comment area. You know what? And I'll pull up. Subscribe to my channel, Chat with Kat and Friends, and that may be changing sometime because it's really a wellness channel. I like to start doing some additional, like not checkups, but some additional just some additional things with the channel concerning wellness. So I may be changing that name, but Chat with Cat will certainly still, Chat with Cat and Friends will certainly still be a part of the channel. Let's see. We'll still be a part of the channel, and I'm excited about that. So just working that all out in my mind on paper and all of those things, and can't wait to get that started and just plug away at that. I'm excited about that. I pray that you guys are having a great and spectacular day on today. It's now 6:11, so more than half of the day is gone. More than half of the day is gone. I pray that it's been going well for you so far. And if not, that it starts getting better, that it starts looking up for you. Keep everything in prayer. Try not to be anxious for anything. That's what the word of God tells us. Don't be anxious for anything. And how hard is that, right? That can be a very, very hard thing. But as much as you keep putting your trust in him, and as much as he keeps coming through for you, and you keep seeing things develop, and you're overcoming, and things are happening, the more and more your trust is built up. You get built up trust. And I heard someone say before something about the trust bank. Your trust bank gets full, and then you do find that you don't have to be anxious, because I know he's going to deliver. I know for sure. I know that I know what our grandparents used to say. My cousin Riss, when she quotes her grandmother, and I remember in church them saying that a long time ago too. You got to know that you know that you know, and things like that. So, okay. So when you know that when time goes by and you come to know that you become more familiar with that, then it's more doable to be less anxious or not anxious. That depletes and diminishes with time, with history, with God, with him showing you, and your trust bank building up, your faith bank building up. It does take some, and it's not right away for some. Now, it's not the same for everybody, but God be praised. I'm just happy to be here with you guys on tonight. Thinking that my sound is working right. Nobody has said anything yet. So God is good and greatly to be praised. We are here to celebrate one another. You guys have any brown owned businesses, your own business, email it to me, trinaw@awesomegodradio.com. That's what Chat with Cat and Friends is all about. Just sounding the bullhorn and beating those drums to the great things that we're doing in our communities, with ourselves. It could be self-improvement acts or what have you, or building great business and networking with one another, spending our dollars within our communities, right? That's what's going to help us become more economically developed in a positive manner, right? For us to spend our dollars where they count toward us, toward our communities, our schools, and things of that nature. So just looking forward to this discussion coming up with Lillian, and she is here now. So I am going to digress and bring her on. And I'm so happy to have her on with us tonight. You guys, once again, if there are any issues, technical wise, or anything sound, I don't know, the picture goes out, because sometimes you can see things that I can't see. Please shout it out in the comments. Just put it up on the comments, because I can see all of them. Yep, everything is active. YouTube, Facebook, all of the Facebook pages and everything. So once you put it in the comments, I'll be able to see it, and I'll try my best and do what we can to work around that or fix the technical issue. Okay, thank you so very much. Here's Lillian. There I go, touching that screen again. I said I didn't want to touch screen.
Hey.
Okay, you're coming up now. It's slow. Oh my goodness. Hey, honey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry I was late. Had some technical difficulties of my own on this end.
You know what? I don't even want to spend any more time talking about it. I really don't, because it takes too much of my time. There's a last minute stuff that wants to go on, but we're going to go on together. I am excited about this, and I believe that this is a great thing for us to come together, and so much has tried to stop it. So we're going to
listen.
So much has tried to stop it. So you can hear me, so that's great. I feel so much better now. I was like, I can't. Dr. E did post up that he couldn't hear me. That was at first, but then I made some changes, but I don't know. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but I'm not certain. So I'm not certain that it's coming across to everyone else in virtual or technology land, what have you. So I'm hoping for the best. How are you doing today?
I'm good. It was a busy day, but a productive day. But I'm good. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Look, and to tell you the truth, I'm a teeny bit tired, but that's another story for another time.
Right.
That's another story for another time. But busy, productive, it's great. That's always awesome. That's always awesome to be busy, productive, getting things done. So tell us about, now I went on your website. I did go to your website and I subscribed. And I do apologize because I thought I had subscribed to your page previously. I have gone on it before, but I noticed I hadn't subscribed. I was like, what? Oh, okay. So I did that. So you guys subscribe to worldlychurchgirl.com. www.worldlychurchgirl.com. And she has a video telling us what we're getting ready to talk about. So share with us, and you guys go and check out all of her blogs and everything. But tell us about Worldly Church Girl, how the name came about. What does it mean? Is there any, like, I don't know, anything mysterious behind the name?
Okay. How the name came about. I am currently writing a book about my life, and I could not come up with a name that fits how my life turned from my teenage years into my adult years. And I was talking to my husband about it. I just need a name for this book, and I just couldn't come up with one. And the Lord gave it to me, Worldly Church Girl. I'm like, that's it. That's my name. And like I say in my vlog, I'm not that clever. I like to think I am, but I'm not that clever to come up with a name like that. So it's no diss. There's no, like, I'm trying to, cause any controversy, anything like that. It's just the Lord gave me that name, and there it is. So the name it is trademarked. So y'all can't have it. You can't steal it. So, so the name is going to be for the book, but it's also for my podcast and also for anything else that I choose to use it for.
Awesome. That's wonderful. I'm glad that you, I don't know if anybody should come up with it. There are probably questions like, well, what she mean by that? And you talked about some of the backlash that you received by it. And it is it's like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. You didn't share specifically, but wow. How was that? How was dealing with that, like the comments or the smirks and the snarks and things like that? How's that?
Some of it was nasty and some of it was positive. I'll talk about the nasty first. The nasty comments, they usually came some outright, like right on my page, like on the comment section. Some will come in the inbox, and where that come from, and we're not supposed to be of the world and all that. They'll throw scripture at me, and I'm like, I'm very much aware of that, born and raised, I know, but that's not what it's about. And I'll explain it to them, and they will either accept it or not. So I just kick the dust off my feet and keep it moving and wish them love and pray for them and go on by my way. But it can go either way. It can go either way. And, I expected as much. No, I take that a lot back. No, I really didn't. I really didn't expect anything from that name, to be honest. I just was like, the Lord gave it to me. So I was just like, yay, God gave it to me. I didn't really expect any backlash until I got it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the awesome thing is you weren't expecting it, but because it was genuinely and authentically given to you from the source that it was, you were ready. So that's what that tells me. It was like, I was ready. You weren't expecting it, but you was ready. You didn't, I'm so glad that you didn't change it. You didn't like try to do something different or anything like that. You stood on what you believed, and you stood on how, you know, how it was presented, even though you were like, okay. You were kind of like, okay, this, it doesn't sound okay, whatever.
But one thing I noticed, that name has opened up doors though. It opens up conversation. So I can't be mad about it, because the positive side of that name is that it does draw people in to where either they're backslidden or not thought about getting in church. They're inquisitive and they want to know, well, where did that, you know, where'd you get that from? Or in church. So once I explain it to them and then they listen to the podcast or they watch the shows, it gives them a different perspective on what a relationship they can have with the Lord. And that's what it's all about.
Right. That's on look, and that's just clear cut, like the best thing about it, because that's exactly what it was for. And it just brings to my mind what the enemy would use for evil, God will use for good. So even though, you know, you probably came from me, you were coming from me with a different type of heart and different words, it got turned around, you know, at the time when it was time to listen and hear you out, you know, not that, and I'm not going, I take it that you were not going like back and forth with anybody. You asked me this is the explanation. That's that.
Yeah. And most of the time it's never a back and forth. It's usually they say what they say, I say what I say, and they don't say anything back, or they go, well, let me listen to your podcast.
Okay.
So, and then I'm like, okay. But yeah, it shuts it down either way.
Yeah. Either way, it shuts it down either way.
Yeah.
So that's great and awesome. What can you tell us now? When you have your guests, you've had some wonderful and awesome guests. I've showed plenty of times, and you have great guests on there. Just speaking honestly and sometimes urgently toward what their passion's about. So what Early Church Girl, what is it all about? Share with us, you know, and tell the listeners and viewers, what is it all about? What is it that you're, you know, what does it mean and what are you doing?
Okay. Guess the best way to paraphrase it, Worldly Church Girl is basically about how Christianity is not cookie cutter. Not everyone doesn't necessarily, we all are reaching for the same goal, but we all don't have to reach it at the same type of walk. And that you don't have to be like everybody else to be like Christ. A good example of that is that when Jesus was talking to everyone else, the church got upset with him because they felt like he should be with them. And they didn't understand that. Why are you hanging out with all those people? You're supposed to be hanging out with us. I'm paraphrasing, of course. And, you know, I didn't come here for you. I came here for them. Because you're supposed to be okay already. So I'm here for this group over here. And, you know, and what the podcast is about is showcasing people that what people may consider the abnormal or different from what the church would consider the right way to do certain things. They can see that, oh, I can be in the music industry. I can open up my own business. I can be a science fiction author. I can write poetry. You know, I could do all these different things, but yet still live a life. I could still set an example. That's what it's about. So it's the contrast of the two, where the world will look kind of like, how can you say you're in church, and how the church will kind of say how you are you look like you're in the world. Well, no, I'm not. I am saved. I am sanctified. I am, I am Holy Ghost filled, but I do have a business. I do have this. I do have that. So that's kind of what it is. And it also touches on subjects like, mental health. That's sort of like a taboo subject in the church. And it talks about self-care. It goes just all bases of life that sometimes the church doesn't want to talk about. Marriage or dating or just all things. So there's not one particular subject. It's all subjects. Because we forget that, we're not of the world, but we do live in this world.
Right. So. Exactly. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm finished. Oh, no, go ahead.
It just made me think of so many things. It just made me think of so many things. But one is that I never got it. I don't understand it, but it is a way that we've grown up sometimes in church, growing up in the ways of the church back then. It's like you can only, if you don't have like these 5 things, then you're not, you're not the real deal. And it's this judgment thing. So I applaud you for having the desire and moving that desire to, have a platform that talks about such things, because those are the very things that cause a lot of church hurt. Those are a lot of things that cause a lot of pain and anguish inside of people. And sometimes it starts in the church, and it's like, well, that place, those 4 walls, when you go there, supposed to get healed. It's supposed to be a place of prayer. It's supposed to be a place of healing. You're supposed to have safety there. But there are these subjects and things that, they're sensitive because of whatever, meaning or whatever, definitions that as man placed on them. So it's just awesome. I love how you explained that. And I pray that if you are out there and you're thinking that you don't line up with this person, someone, you're comparing yourself to a person, that's not, don't do that. God is He is the standard, and it's not, we're all flawed, especially that person that wants to point out your flaw.
Amen. Well. It's an individual walk. That's why he's judging each heart individually. And I can't be like my pastor. That's not my journey. That's his. Right. So and I can't be like the usher. I can't be like the choir director. These are their journeys. These are their walks. And but like you said, the church sometimes has a tendency to forget that you are so busy trying to teach that you forget to love.
Right.
Just love them and let the Lord will do the rest. But Absolutely. It's a walk. It's a journey. It's a journey.
It is, and we're all on it. So if you are in any way feeling like, I went to that church last week and I've seen this before, like, I've seen people come in and, hey, me, I've seen people come in and they aren't dressed a certain way, so they're treated a different way, and that's awful. It's just so awful, and it's very disheartening. So just, I love that you're reaching out to build bridges of understanding. It's like, we can talk about these things. There's nothing, hey girl, there's nothing that, that's happening that we can't talk about. And these things are natural. Like, you go through puberty, marriages go through struggle, as a person, you go through trials, you go through stressful times, I'm not sick because God is mad at me, girl.
Yeah. And to tell somebody, and unlike dating,
Oh man.
Don't just tell a woman just to pray and wait on her husband. Just she got to prepare herself and live a good life and present herself. But don't just. Yeah. A husband's just not going to just magically appear. He just not. And I'm not saying go out there. I'm just not saying go out there and just, be all willy-nilly or whatever. But it's just some of the teachings are just, they're not realistic. Not in this day and age. They're just not. They're just not. Right.
And the conversations have to
be had. Yeah. And but like you said, when women, and I hate to say it, a lot of the hurt does hit the women the hardest in the church. Like you're talking about how attacking women, like how they dress and how they look and trying to downplay us a little bit,
Yeah.
It could be very hurtful. It could be very hurt, and it can run you away. And my thing is, I don't want anybody to run from the church. I want them to go to the church and find themselves within the Lord and ignore what's around you and just look up. That's all. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Wow. Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so authentic to have that kind of want. And we share that and just wanting people to see him for yourself, because you can't see him like I see him, right? You won't have the same, your relationship is your relationship, just like you said, it's an individual walk. So hey, everybody, just a quick shout out to everybody that's joining us on tonight. Thank you so much for joining, for chiming in. Hey, fam, Mika, look, and I'm going to try to pull some up. There's a little delay, and I'm sorry about that, you guys. Mika said, hey, queen. Help you. Look. DJ, yes, hey. And
what's
AJ,
up, AG fan?
And E. Yes, and Dr. E and everybody else who has come on and gone off or what have you. Thank you so very much. I'm subscribed to Chat with Cat and Friends, and we're here tonight with Lillian Harshaw, and she's just breaking down to us what Worldly Church Girl really means and what it really is. Now, if you missed the first part, you might have to go back and just watch that again because we're going to move the conversation right on along. I want to talk about your crush. Your crush. And I started to put the purple one. Your crush on Prince. And I just want to know what other, share with us what other music that you like. Like, what's the best, who's your number one artist, your number twos and stuff like that. But when did your crush on Prince begin?
You watched it, didn't you?
I didn't. And I didn't watch it purposely. I was like, I'm not going to watch because I'm going to ask. I want to know, along with everybody else, if you haven't gone there now, it's on her website. You may have seen it. So share with us those who haven't gone on it yet.
Okay. So I grew up probably like everybody else, a lot of church kids, strict church home. Mother was a Sunday school teacher. Daddy was a deacon over the finance committee. So strict home. We was not allowed to listen to secular music, nothing in our house but Andre Crouch, mass choir this, and it was church music all day long. But I had older brothers. I'm the youngest out of 9 and 7 brothers. My sister's the oldest. All the boys are in the middle. I'm the youngest. So it was nothing left but a house of boys when I came. So anyway, fast forwarding, my older brother had snuck in some secular albums in the house, and he left his room, and I went in there and I snuck and saw his albums, was going through them, and I saw Prince's album. And so I put it on. I'm not going to say which album, but I put it on and I listened to it. And if you want to know which one, you have to go and watch the video.
Check it out.
Yeah. So I listened to it and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And I fell in love with it. And then I snuck it out the house and I took it to show and tell. And I put it on the song that I shouldn't have put it on. And the teacher didn't know I even had the album. He darn near had a heart attack trying to snatch the album off. I was in the 3rd grade. So, yeah, I scarred the teacher, probably scarred like half the classroom. And I've been in love with Prince ever since. So, wow. as far as everything else goes, so and I'm gonna share a little pet peeve. So I have a huge pet peeve for people who say they're a Prince fan and they've been loving them ever since Purple Rain. I always say, well, you're not a real Prince fan, because if you're starting with Purple Rain, you're not real. Okay. You need to go to the first albums. but
out there. You are I'm just gonna
put that out there. Unless you go to when he had the Farrah Fawcett flip. If you can't go that far, then. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But as far as what I listen to now, I listen to everything. Of course, gospel. That's gonna be my heart and soul. Listen to old school R&B. I'm a 90s. Yep, that's the one. Daryl said it. That's the album. Old school R&B, like 90s. Let me see. 80s and 90s, actually. Yeah. Of course, a little 70s, Earth, Wind and Fire and all those good ones like that. Yep, that one too. I'm a huge New Edition fan. That's another one too. I actually hate the word fan because it's short for fanatic, and I'm not a fanatic. I'm an admirer.
Okay, admirer. I was trying to think of another word. I was like, what's that word? Okay, admirer. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm an admirer. Of course, as far as gospel goes, Fred Hammond, love him. I was Ty Tribbett, Tasha. Trying to think. It's quite a few. I'm like all over the place, to be honest. I'm really like all over the place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty eclectic when it comes to music. Oh yeah, Tone. Yeah. I forgot about Tone. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. A lot of 90s music, and just like you said, of course, Earth, Wind and Fire, and man, I love Elder Barge. They have this show that comes on called Unsung.
Yes.
Every time I see the story of the group, what's the group called? Elder Barge? I can't remember. Forgive me.
It was just the Barge, I think.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Or Switch. The group is called Switch, because it started out and Elder Barge came on a little later. But anyway, every time I watch it, he's like, we've seen this a million times. I'm like, I just love the story. It's life. It was life for them. And all the unsung shows, I'm like, they are unsung. Oh my gosh, nobody has ever talked about them before. But
I know.
I love all those great artists that you mentioned as well. I love them all.
Yeah. I just love music, period. I just love music.
Yeah. And
now you're what? Too.
I'm a Purple fan. I love the color purple. I do love Prince. I'm not I'm not a fan and big huge. Now my aunt, I have an aunt named Sandra. Aunt Sandra. She loves Prince. Oh my gosh. She had his poster, all purple, everything. She wore his, she would dress like him. I mean, she took it to a whole new level.
Listen, when I got to high school, I got my hair like him. I sure did. I had my hair cut like him. Where it was like kind of short and they had the little tail. Oh, I sure did. Oh, I loved it. Girl. But
you know. Now, I love what is it? What is it? I love all genres of music as well. Everything that you pretty much everything that you have mentioned. Yep. The 90s music, 70s, of course. Yep. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Everything. Patti LaBelle, all of those. I'm like, I can't wait for the Aretha movie. You know, Aretha. What's the name of it?
I
It's
do
not
want to
called
see
Aretha.
that.
It's
Respect.
called. Yes, it's called Respect. How could I forget that? But it's called Respect, and it's coming out on Friday. I can't wait to go and see that. I did see the other one as well. So
I didn't watch the other one because I was waiting for this one. Because I didn't want to judge because I would have judged. So I was waiting for this one.
That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. But no, they're both great artists in of themselves. So I think I won't have a problem, like, you know, separating the two. They're both great artists, and I cannot think of the other artist's name right now because she has another song that I really love, and it gives me strength. It feeds my soul. You know, it gives me what I need from time to time. So, but great music. It's just that it's music that can uplift, you know, make you feel good, you know, and all of those things. So whatever
stir up a memory. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. What can you share with us now? You're from Indiana. So what time is it there now?
It's 6:45.
Okay.
Yeah. Same time as you. We're on the same time frame.
Okay. I don't know. I'm like, wait a minute. I hope I didn't.
No, we good.
I'm sure you would have said something because I have a friend, my financial literacy girlfriend and close friend. We had to do like the different time zones. She was on a different time zone. I'm like, oh man, Charlotte, I didn't know. But so you're from Indiana. That was some new information that I picked up this weekend talking to you. Did not know. You guys, and Daryl is here. He's here now. Or he was, but for some reason, I was thinking she was from Philly. I was like, I don't know why I put you guys in the same.
Do I act like I'm from Philly? Do I have a Philly too?
I don't know. I just made it up in my little old mind.
That is too funny. I was like, well, I'll take it. If I don't seem like I'm from Indiana, I'll take it.
I don't know. I don't know. What is the so what is the weather like in Indiana? Is it as hot there as it is here right now?
Well, today it's it's muggy because it rained all day today, and now it stopped. So now it's just real muggy out and miserable actually. So yeah.
Wow. Okay, it did rain here a little bit too. I think we got it after you guys because it didn't happen all day, but there was then some. But you guys, make sure you take a look at, go to and subscribe to Lillian's page, www.worldlychurchgirl.com. Right?
Yes.
Check out her podcast. I will have all of her information, her contact information. She'll share it with us right before we leave again, and it will all be in the description section of this episode. We're just like chilling, hanging out tonight because we haven't talked.
We're just kicking it.
Right, we're just kicking it because you have your shows, and I'm so glad you moved to Tuesday. You moved to
Tuesday. I do 2 days. I do Tuesday and Friday.
Right? Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah,
but they were they were Friday. They've never been Monday. They were just Friday, and now you're Tuesday and Friday. Wow, look at you, girl. So what helps you? What helps you do what it is that you do? What helps to keep you going? What gives you the inspiration that you need? What is your it's crazy to say one staple because I know it's not just one. But what are some things that help, inspire you and keep you going? Being the inspiration that you are, what helps you?
Honestly, the people. because a lot of times I'm not gonna even lie. A lot of times I get tired and I'm like, I'm ready to take a vacation, throw in the towel, and someone will inbox me or call me and say, I listened to your show or I watched your show and it was just what I needed and I can't thank you enough. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I got to keep going. No,
Right.
but it's just, I the Lord always sends somebody to remind you that you're doing this not for you. It's for somebody else. And I'm constantly reminded of the prayer that I made that if I could only reach one. And so I made that vow. I'm like, Lord, if I can only reach one, well, now I'm going to keep reminding you every now and again of a one. Here's another one. Right. And here's another one. I'm like, well, okay. I've had just, random people just inbox me on Facebook or people I haven't talked to in years call me and I listened to your show and I'm like, I didn't even know you watched it or listened to my podcast and they'll just say, I've been going through this, that, and the other, and your guest just so happen to be in that field, and that really helped me. And I'm like, wow. And it can be as quick, as simple as sometimes I almost don't even have that guest. Like I'll be like, well, I don't even know if I want to have that guest or not, or maybe our schedules are conflicting, and maybe maybe we should reschedule. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen, and
that's the one.
Just don't know that'd be the one. That'd be the one that reached somebody. I'm like, well, Lord, see, so it's not even about me anymore. It just isn't. So that's what keeps me going. It's not me. It's everybody else.
Awesome. I just wanted you to share, that with us. Hey, Daryl's on there. He said, oh, he's still talking about groups.
Yeah, I do love Neo Soul. Yes, absolutely.
Bro, that's Daryl from Praise
Jill
Hallelujah.
Scott. I forgot about Jill Scott. I forgot about Jill Scott and Layla Hathaway. That's my girl. Forgot about her. I forgot about them. Yeah.
Now, look, since Daryl pointed us back to music, have you heard yet? I'm a Lauryn Hill fan. Hands down, and or I'm an admirer. I'm not a fan. I'm an admirer of Lauryn Hill. But her and Nas have a new song out.
Do they?
She has new work. Yeah, so look for that.
Okay, I will.
But they have and she actually I've seen her on Tatiana Taylor's her video, but she was like she had spoken word on it. But this one, she's actually she's giving it, and it's good. Lauryn Hill,
I might have to look for it. I'm on it on Spotify.
Only for him. She was only for him right now, right? But she's doing something, so it's great to see her coming back and doing some things with her gift. Not that she hasn't been, because I'm sure she has been, because that's just who she is. That's the authentic person that she is, and that she showed us. Of course, I don't know her personally, and I'm not claiming that I do. But the one or the two that may say, "Oh my!" You
don't know. One day you might end up having on your show. Listen. You don't know.
Look, we'll have a listen party or something like that. I welcome it. But I'm a huge fan. When I heard that song, and I mean, it's just dope. The both of them. It's just like hands down, like, okay, it's just all truth. It's all truth.
Now, she's singing or is she rapping?
She is rapping. She's rapping in it.
Okay.
I don't think she's doing any singing in it, but she's definitely rapping in it. And it's the first time that I've heard a rap in years. She disappeared for so many years. But getting back to, I wanted you to share with us, like, what it is that inspires you.
Oops, you froze.
And that keeps you going. Just for okay, it's going now. And anybody else who may be, I don't know, sometimes you may feel stuck. Sometimes you may feel like, like, I'm so done, or whatever. And you just feel like giving up. So just wanted to know what keeps you going, and it's the people. Sometimes you can feel disconnected. And when you feel disconnected, you get even more disconnected, and it's kind of a false thing that we feel sometimes. I'll talk about me. It's kind of a false thing that I'll feel sometimes when connecting is, the very opposite of what it is that I'm feeling. And that's for most of us. When you go ahead and connect because you feel disconnected, that's what will help you. That's what will help feed you some of the good vibes and the energy that you need to keep going. What would your advice be to, I don't know, anyone who's thinking about podcasting or stepping out on faith as you have with such a platform as Worldly Church Girl? Maybe there's something else, that somebody might be thinking about, and they're like, I don't know, because people are going to say this, or, if God told you, tell us what you have after that.
Okay. I'm gonna be as real as I can possibly be, because at first I don't even want to do the lives. I wanted to stay behind the mic because of my own personal insecurities, which I still have. Disclosure. Because I just like I did now, I pause a lot, I fumble a lot. And I, like with podcasting behind the mic, I can edit that, correct that, and take care of that. When you live, there's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. And plus the insecurities of just visually. And I'm just, like I said, I'm being very frank about this. So when AJ, when I interviewed him and he was like, you need to do lives. And I was like, absolutely not. And and then a few other people after him was like, I can see you doing lives, or you are going to be doing lives. I just didn't want to do it. There's something about just going ahead and taking that leap of faith and stepping out and just facing your fears. It, even in the midst of your fears, there's some empowerment to that. There's some strength in that. Once the camera is rolling, and I call it a camera because it kind of is, I'm fine. And I do feel a little bit more strength from the next time I have to do it. But the fear is still there. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's still there. But there's something to it. So my advice to anybody is just go ahead and face your fears. We're not supposed to have the spirit of fear, but we're human. Just pray on it. Step out on your faith. Ask God to help you. And you can do it. You can truly do it. Just go for it. Just go for it. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And it's not going to be perfect. Don't expect it to be perfect. Your first few rounds are going to be messy. I mean, it just is. And please don't play the comparison game. That's the absolute worst. Don't compare yourself to somebody who's been doing it for a while. You set your own pace, your own track, your own method, your own kind of type of show. It's your show. Don't try to be like the Joneses. Be like you. That's the best advice I can give you. Step out on your own. Face your fear. Don't try to be like anybody else. And don't compare. Just be you. Yeah.
I'm telling you. And that's so helpful. It's so helpful because it speaks to the individuality of a person. It's like you won't be authentic if you try to be like somebody else, whoever that is. It won't be authentic, and it might last for a little while. Anybody can keep up a show for a short period of time or a temporary, but the outlasting of it, that's when the word failure is coming to my mind, but I don't want to say that. That's when all of your skepticisms and irritations and different things like that kind of creep in, and it just shows that, okay, I need to. And if you started on that path, anybody, it's not too late. It's never too late to start being you. It's never too late to start being you. It's never too late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the thing is to find something that you enjoy doing. That's your niche. Because everybody wants to be like, well, what I want to podcast about, and they want to find like what's in now. And no, what do you like to do? What's your passion? What is something that you feel that's important to you? And what's God leading you to do? That is what's going to be success. And success is not, geared towards numbers. It's not geared to how many people are watching or how many people are listening at the moment or how many people will listen. Its success is compared to what you did yesterday. Are you better from the person that you was yesterday? You compare your success by you, not anybody else. So just do you, and make him happy and nobody else.
Right. Absolutely. Because you'll go around and around in circles trying to figure that all out, and you'll get dizzy. So, and tired.
You'll be miserable, just miserable.
Tired and all of that. So we're going to start rounding it out right now. And I thank you so very much for coming on and sharing with us on tonight. Before we go, though, drop for us all of your socials. How can you be reached? If I would like to be on your show, how do I do that? What does it take for me to be on Worldly Church Girl with you? Okay.
You can find me on my website, www.worldlychurchgirl.com. I'm on most of the social media pages. So Facebook, you can find me by my name, or you can go to my Facebook page, which is Worldly Church Girl. I'm also on Instagram, kind of on Twitter, and you can also watch me on Twitch, and I'm also on LinkedIn as well. If you want to be on the show, you can do one or two things. You can actually send me a message on Facebook, or you can send me a message on, you can go to my website and inbox, well, not inbox, but email me via my website. And that's how you do it. And then we'll talk and make it happen. Oh, and my podcast itself, I almost forgot about that. My podcast, you can go to any of your favorite podcast stations and you can find me there. So it's Apple, Spotify, Google Play, Pandora, you name it, I'm there. And
awesome.
That's it.
Thank you. Look,
but I want to thank you. I see you.
I'm trying to...
And you spelled it right. Thank you.
Look, no,
because a lot of people have spelled it wrong. They'll leave that L off and it just be wordy.
I didn't even look up. I'm like,
I've seen wordly. I'm like, it's worldly.
Worldly. And the thing is, we are in this world. But we are not of this world, but we're living, and God knows. Living. The thing is, God knows everything that you're facing, everything that you're going through, and all of those things, and He will help you tremendously. He will help you. And your podcast is every Tuesday and Friday, right? Is it at the same time every Tuesday and Friday?
7 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, the live show.
Okay.
And then you can, but a new episode of the podcast will air on every Monday.
Okay. I did.
So you can either see me live. Oh, and I forgot about YouTube. Girl, I'm in too many places. And then I'm on YouTube too. So you can see me live 7 p.m. Eastern time on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, and YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Just type in Worldly Church Girl and you'll see me. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, look at you. You typing fast. Okay. I see
Girl,
you.
I'm nitpicking. I'm looking into Twitch. I have a Twitch account. I haven't done
Mm,
anything with it. Because Silent Professor is on it, and every now and then he'll have, so we'll go on it. And he was here on tonight. Thank you so very much, Silent Professor,
right.
for popping in. He may have stepped out now, but and look, it's only thanks to him. Other than that, I wouldn't have a
Yeah,
Twitch
that's
account. On there.
yeah, he's the same reason they got me on there too. He's like, you need to get on Twitch. I'm like, what? I thought I was only for gamers. I didn't know that, podcasters
Right.
and stuff like that can be on there. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I got on there.
I didn't
But
know
yeah.
either. But thank you so very much, Lillian.
No,
I
thanks for
really
having
appreciate
me.
shooting the breeze with you tonight. It's cool, smooth, and easy. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you.
That means I gotta
Smooth and
have you next.
look, I would be honored. God is good. We're celebrating, we're celebrating one another and celebrating just, I'm just loving at the age that I am, and we'll talk about that later, but at the age that I am, I I've
What?
just come to love me and trust what God has given me. And of course, I'm not perfect in that. There are days and
Mm-hmm.
times and all those things. How much I'm so much more better at loving me and trusting the God that's in me. So I'm just
Right.
honored. I'm truly honored. Just as you're sharing, I can tell that you share, a semblance of that as well. Because he's just that good.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I thank him every day for his mercy. He is so good.
Yes,
He is
yes,
so good.
yes, indeed. Look,
But
so
thank
see,
you for having me.
you are so welcome. You're so welcome. I
Oh,
appreciate it. Look, there's a little delay, so I'm sorry about that, you guys. But we will continue. You can tell we have to continue our conversation, and we will at another time. But for right now, it is a good night, and we'll see each other later. Thank you so much, everybody. I will say good night to Lillian right now. Thank you so much for stopping in, Lillian, and
thank
sharing
you.
with us what
Thank you,
it is
ladies.
you do. Thank you. You're welcome. See you later, honey.
See ya.
Okay. Awesome. You guys, I'm so sorry for the delay. It seems like I hope it hasn't gotten any worse. But that was so big shout out and hats off to my girl Lillian for just doing the daggone thing, right? Who would have thought, you get God drops a seed and you worldly church girl, or what, it could be any name, and we're just using that because no, I'm not, no, but still going in that vein, still doing what it to do, and you definitely have to pray yourself through, a thing like that. As with everything, but God be praised for the ideas and all of those things that He's put inside of you. I mean, you continue to doing, trailblazing, whatever it is He would have you do, say, speak, stand on, live on. Give you the strength. If you feel like you don't have it, because let me tell you, there are times, there are moments, there may be days, there may be seasons, but at any rate, He gives us the strength to do just what He has given us to do, and more and more. When we make room for Him, He pours in, and He gets all the glory. He gets all the glory. And I'm just thankful for Him. I'm thankful for you on tonight, and thank you for sticking in with us while we took care of some of the the leg and all of that. Thank you guys so very much. I saw you. Thank you so very much. Y'all have a great night. I will see you. Look, check out my YouTube with Cat and Friends. As I was saying at the beginning, Dr. E said that I didn't have sound, so you probably didn't hear it, but I'll probably be evolving that and changing the name because I want to be more, it is wellness centered because that's all chat Chat with Cat and Friends is about wellness and speaking life and inspiring and, you know, empowering, all of those things. We're doing some additional, not extra, but some additional things toward wellness and just being helpful, you know, in ways. So that will be evolving. So check out my channel. I have posted up some videos, just on wellness, just being aware, being well, what you may be going through, what I'm going through, or what I've gone through, or what I thought and things. So God be praised, because things are happening and changing, and He's in the midst and He's all over it. So I pray that He be all over you, that you follow Him, that you trust Him. Most importantly, that you trust Him with everything that He's given you, everything that He's shown you, everything that He's spoken to you, and He's trusted you with it. So it's like this trust relationship is back and forth. He's trusted you with all of these gems, this information, this skill, this technique. He's trusted you with this gift. Give it back. You do just that. But that's it for me on tonight. I'll see you guys later. Subscribe to Chat with Cat and Friends. Touch the notification bell so each time a video is uploaded, you will be notified. That's how I can keep on doing what I do, and we can keep on inspiring and empowering one another, like playing sound in that and sound in that bell to the great things that we're doing in our different communities, Baltimore and beyond. You don't just have to be here in Baltimore. You can be anywhere. And I'd love to sit with you, talk with you about what it is you're doing, or talk about where you're going, what you would like to do. There's a lot of great information on my channel, a lot of great people to get connected to find out about financial literacy, financial resources, strategy. We have life insurance, coaching, and life coaching, and authors and things of that nature. Get in there. There's information geared and catered to children there. I mean, individual business owners and entrepreneurs sharing their businesses and products, and I'll have many more of those coming forward and just sharing what it is they have to offer, and just sharing their information, and then I might be the one sharing it for them, and it can go either way. But you guys let me know. I'm at Trina W at awesomegodradio.com. Let me know your information if you'd like to be on the show. I'm available for interview as well. If you'd like to just send me your information so that I can do a shout out about what your products or services are. Maybe you don't want to be on a live or anything like that. It doesn't have to be. We can definitely work around some things and work to just get your business name, get out there the information that's needed so people can come calling you for what it is that they need. I love you so very much. You can do so much more than whatever you're doing right now. I can do so much more than whatever I'm doing right now, and God be praised, because He gave us all that we need to make it, to do it, to thrive, to strive, and love one another. So I'll see y'all later, for real this time. I'll see y'all later. Check back in with me. I'm live on Monday. Chat with Cat and Friends for videos, awareness videos each day. You guys. I love you. Have a great and blessed day. We're gonna try this again.